Oh. Has he been working out? He looks more like Metroplex.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Master-Made Titan. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have some nice artwork of Titan, his little sidekick, which we'll talk about in a bit. Titan Mobile City Mega Series. I know how to read, I swear I do. On this side of the box, we have Titan. On the other side of the box, we have Titan. On the top, Titan. On the bottom, warning, please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very, very bad for you. Also, Titan. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. It does this, that, the other things and stuff. Open up the front flap here, and in there, obviously, is where the figure sits. Titan Mobile City. Titan again, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Titan, which is their take on Metroplex. And yeah, again, I have fallen in love with this line. I love these figures. I love them so much. They're so cool. So here we have little Metroplex. You can see here he is in his battle station mode. And, you know, it's just a little version of Metroplex. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You got those front guns right up top. You also have some tamper-graph details throughout the figure. Going up these ramps there. All that good stuff. The tires are rubber, which is nice. There is die cast in this as well, so it does have that nice heft to it, which is always a good thing. You got a lot of nice molded detail right up here in these sections as well. You got some transparent red. We're going to have some stuff going on in there in a little bit. Going down the body, obviously his arms are just kind of folded behind him, you know. It's kind of the typical kind of Metroplex transformation. But still, nicely detailed. Nicely painted as well. His head is just kind of hanging out back there. This invisible head. It's there. It's there. And you have the big cannons right up top, done in red. Again, you got some more tamper-graphed details right up there. Very cool. It does roll, as rolling things should, and does roll very smoothly. So that's pretty cool. Let's just get him over here. And for comparison, here it is with Master-Made's Omega Supreme. Just so you can see how they scale there with one another. And here it is with G1 Metroplex, because it's pressure. Metroplexing pressure. Whoosh. So there you have that. Now as far as, you know, the articulation goes, all these little guns, these guns up front can move up and down. These guns right here can move up and down. You have these guns which can rotate, and these guns can move in and out. The big cannon up top can angle up and down. This whole section here can rotate. That's his waist joint, but if you want to use that for, you know, some different positions with the battle station mode, hey, you can do it. Why not? Your toy. Display it however you wish. And you also have these guns right here, which can also rotate. So you get some mobility here with the weaponry. Now, just like with their Omega Supreme, you do get a little sidekick here with Metroplex. You get a little Ultra Magnus. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at him. And it's just a super deformed Ultra Magnus. Getting close there. Actually nicely done. Nicely painted. With the blue and the white and the red. He's got his guns. And you can't remove the guns. The guns are just molded onto his hands. But still, nicely done. Little Magnus. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You get a little bit of wiggly-waggly. Can rotate. Arms can do a full 360. Can go in and out. You do have bicep rotation. Legs are on a ball joint. Can go forward that far, back that far, out only that far. You got knee joint. with only that much bend, and his feet are on a ball joint. Can move up, can move down, you get some tiltage, and a little bit of rotation. And for comparison, here it is with the little Optimus Prime that came with their Omega Supreme. So you can see how they look together. They're precious. Now they're precious. They are precious. So precious. Now he does come with an alternate arm piece here, and you can just pop this off. It's just on a peg, and you can now plug this onto his arm, and now he can point and he can say, "Watch out, radioactive man!" You could if you wanted to. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's an option. It's an option. Anyway. So there's little Ultra Magnus with Metroplex there. So you can see how they look together. It's just so adorable. It is adorably awesome. Adorably, adorably awesome. So that is basically it for the battle station mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? So we're going to go into city mode now. And to do that, we want to come back here and just remove the cannons. They just peg in right back here. Put that off to the side for now. And what are we going to do here? Well, we need to do a little bit of moving around of the weaponry here. So we need to remove these guns from his shoulders. We need to also remove these little guns right here from his shoulders. So now that we've done that, we can take this arm and just raise it up like so. You're going to take this, and this is going to plug in right up top like that. This arm you're going to raise up and bring the forearm out to the side. You can rotate his hand over like so. And you want to take the other set of guns here and just plug that in right there. So now with the legs, you're just going to split them and spread them out. You want to take these bits right here and just raise them up like that. Just raise that up like so. And then you want to come right to the chest piece here. And you want to take these sections here and you want to slide them back. Just push them back. If they can get kind of stuck. Maybe this side will cooperate. There we go. Slide that back. Slide. Oh! You don't want to rip it off. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to happen. You stay. I didn't break it. I just pulled it completely off the rail there. Because this one's quite stiff. As you can see, now it locked back in. And now it will move again. Come on. There we go. That's as far back as we want to go. You stay back there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. That one gets stuck a little bit. But that's okay. Nothing broke. Everything's fine. It just, that's not the first time that's done that to me. So it's just, if you pull too hard, you just pull it right off the track. But anyway, let's plug that back on. Okay, so we've done that, and now we can come here to these little panels and you can raise them up, and there is a little ramp here you can pull out, and one on the other side as well. Pull that out like that. And now we're going to bring in this section right here. You want to take this bit and you want to pull it off, and you want to just turn this around and bring these down, and this is just going to plug in right here now. You can see the two tabs right there. I mean, the two slots right there, rather. Tab it in right there, and you're going to take these little guns, and these will just plug in right there, like so. And then you just take these, and they just plug into the other side right here. And those two ports. Just plug them on. Plug them on. Oops. Get all that situated. Like so. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo! We're done. And there you have Titan in his city mode. And it's pretty cool, you know, it has its charm. I mean, it's basically Metroplex just sitting down, but, you know, it's pretty much the way Metroplex works. But, you know, still, very nicely done. Little city mode. in my opinion anyway. And there's a little Magnus there. Yay. It's precious. It's so precious. And speaking of precious, here it is with the G1 Metroplex in city mode. If I can get them all in frame, there you go. It's precious. Metroplex in precious. Yeah. Okay, so there is basically the city mode here. Actually, let's get in close here a little bit here, just so we can take a look at some of those new details that are revealed. See the little ramps there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah. There is basically the city mode. So let's get down to robot mode. So we will just remove these and put them off to the side. You can go over there. And we have to do some relocating of the weapons again. So remove these guns, remove these little guns right up here. Put those off to the side. We're going to need these little guns also. So let's take these off. Put them over there. Alrighty, so let's get down to it. Okay, so we'll just push in the little ramps. Close these up. Slide these sections back to their original position. At this point now, we can just, let me raise up a little bit actually, so I got some room to operate here. You just want to take the legs and you want to bring them down. There is a locking point for the legs here. Like when you bring the legs up, you'll hear a click right there. So there is a locking point for the legs at this point. And it can be a little hard to get it off of that locking point. It's one thing that's a little too stiff on this figure. Come on, buddy. There we go. Bring that down. And bring that down. There we go. So once we have the legs down, we now take these sections here. They're on a double hinge. Just bring this up and bring this up flush against the leg. Flip those little guns down. Flip up his foot. You can take these guns. You can have them pointed forward. The instructions tell you to rotate them back like that. Your toy, display it however you wish. But now you have a leg all done. Second first, just like the first. Just take this and just shift that up. Collapse that against the leg. Push that down. Bring the foot up. Do what you want with these little guns. And then you basically have his lower body all done. So now let's get his head out of his butt. First thing you want to do before we do that, you want to take this little section here and just bring it down. Take this little bit here and flip that down. And now we can grab his head. You want to pull it down and out to unlock it, like that. And then you can just take it and bring it up. And then you just push it down, and it will lock into place, like so. And then we just bring down the arm, rotate this forearm around so everything's oriented properly. Rotate his hand, again, just get everything oriented properly. Bring the arm down, rotate, bring it down. And now we can put all of his little armaments back on him. You just take these guns, and they will just plug in, and we'll just fold right up onto his shoulders like that. So plug that in, and then just fold all this up like so. And then you take these little guns here. These two will plug into the front, and the other two will plug into the back of his shoulders, like so. And there you basically have little Titan there in his robot mode. And it's just an adorably awesome, super deformed little Metroplex. It's quite cool. Like, I really dig these. Again, I've fallen in love with this line. I really dig these. So cool. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. It's a nicely done head sculpt, in my opinion. You got that transparent red there. For the visor, you got some red up top. You have some more of those little tampographed details there. You got caution on the top of his head. And also some tampographed details here as well. And just going down the body. Again, a lot of nice molded detail. Looks really, really good. And overall, very nicely done. In my opinion, anyway. I really dig this guy. Really do. Let's have some transparent red plastic right here. Go up the back. It's all around very, very nicely done. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You don't really get a lot of wiggly-waggly movement just due to the shape of his helmet, but can do a full 360, can totally look all the way out to squirrel, can do total squirrel, can look down. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You do also have a forward and backward joint there on that shoulder as well. You have bicep rotation. You do have a double jointed elbow, which still only gives you slightly over 90 degrees of bend. You do have wrist rotation. You also have an inward joint there on that wrist, which reveals some details there. So you got that going on. You also do have an outward hinge that allows you to move the hands out. The hands are, oh, this likes to come off the clip for some reason. It's one of the flaws with my copy anyway, this hand likes to come off that clip a little too easily. But as far as the hands go, the hands are nice and articulated. The thumb is on a hinge at the base, which allows the thumb to move up and down. It is also on a ball joint right there and a hinge right there. Each finger is on a ball joint at the base. You can actually splay the fingers out a little bit. And each finger is on a single hinge right there. You do have waist rotation. Legs can move forward, that far, back, that far. The leg hinges on mine are quite snug. Outward, that far. You do have a double jointed knee. So you do get full range of movement there at the knee, as you can see there. And the feet, they can move up, they can move all the way down due to transformation, and you do get some tiltage there, a little bit of rotation. And if you want to, these little cannons on the side of its head are on hinges as well. You can take those and angle them forward if you want. Totally up to you what you want to do there. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do with all of this right here. You can remove this if you want. There is a peg that you can flip down, and if you want to, you can just plug this into his forearm, like so. If you want to have that going on. If you want to, you can take these guns here and detach them, and they hold together via magnet, which is pretty cool. And if you want to, you can just fold these handles up like so, and you can plug these onto his forearms if you want, for some pew pew bang bang action, or if you want them both on one forearm, there you go. You can do that too if you want, and then have this plugged onto the other forearm if you wish, or if you want, you can take this, put this on his forearm, and then take both of these guns and just plug them in up top, and you can have that going on if you want to, for maximum pew pew bang bang. Hey, totally up to you. Whatever you want to do, as always, your toy. Display it however you wish. Or if you just want to store it all, you can just remove these, and this will plug in right up top, right into these two slots right here. So just tab that in, like so. And you can take all this and just plug it onto his back for storage, if you want. So you have options for what you want to do with all that, and as always, options are good. Now there is some gimmickry with this figure. And we'll just get in close here. One thing you can do, if you don't like the visor, you can totally just pop off the top of his head. It just holds on via two magnets, and you can remove the visor piece if you want. It just tabs right in there. So if you just want to see his pretty face, you can just look at his pretty face. There you go. Yay. So you got that going on. And you do also get a little bit of facial expression if you pull up on this section right here. Pull up on it, and he gets brrr. He gets angry. Brrr. You can make him angry. Brrr. Happy Plex, angry Plex. Happy Plex, angry Plex. Happy Plex, angry Plex. So you can do that if you want to. You do also have light up features. And the battery compartment is right up here. It takes two 337 batteries, which you can get very cheap off of Amazon. And you can just flick the switch, and his eyes will light up, and they will glow a nice bright red. And you do also have moving eyes with this figure. You have this little lever right back here. And if you move this from side to side, you can have him looking from side to side, which is pretty cool. You can have him all angry, just looking whatever direction. He's angry and looking angry. You know, it's a thing. It's a thing you can do if you want to do it. It's a thing you can do. So let me just turn this off for now, so the battery doesn't drain. You do also get a light in the chest. You do have to kind of take things apart to access the light in the chest, though, which I'm not a fan of. Would have been nice if there was this little switch somewhere you could push, but you have to raise this up, and you have to pull out, you have to rip out his chest here. Pull out his chest, and again, right in here is the battery compartment. It takes two 337s, which again, you can get quite cheap off eBay. I mean, not off eBay, off of Amazon. Maybe on eBay, too, you can get them cheap. I don't know, but again, little switch right there. And you just turn it on, and woo, nice bright red LED. That goes off in there, like so. So we can have his chest lights, you can have his eye lights, and that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it very much. So again, let me just turn all this off because I don't want to drain the batteries. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with Mastermaid's Omega Supreme. So you can see how they look together. And again, they look adorably, adorably awesome. I love them. I love them. So there you have that. And here he is with the Generations Metroplex. What were you expecting? I mean, really. Oh, come on. So you have that. Then here he is with G1 Metroplex because it's pressure. Metroplexing pressure. Swoop. And of course, here he is with his little sidekick, Ultra Magnus. So there you go. I love it. And for one last comparison, here he is with Voyager Power of the Prime's Hunger. So you can see, he's a little bit bigger than the current Voyagers, way bulkier, way heftier, so there you go. So there you have Mastermaid's Titan. Another very cool, very fun, just all-around enjoyable figure here. I really dig these. Just super fun to mess with. I love the design. You know, not everybody will dig the, you know, kind of super deformed aesthetic, and, you know, and that's perfectly fine. But me personally, I really dig these. They're really, really fun. Really well made. I mean, these things are really solid, really sturdy. All of the joints are nice and snug. The only issue I have with mine is just this hand likes to come off the clip a little too easily, but that's really the only problem I have with mine. Oh, that and this this chest piece, he likes to get stuck when I'm trying to slide it back, as you saw earlier in the video. But other than that, no real problems. Everything on this figure is pretty solid. Again, there's die-cast in it, so it has a nice heft to it. And yeah, all around, very, very cool. Yeah, digging these figures very, very much. So, there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of Mastermaid's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Mastermaid Titan, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Metroplex, the Autobots are in dire need of your assistance.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last Prime.
Okay, well, Prime isn't around right now, so can you heed my call just this one time?
Metroplex heeds the call of the last Prime.
Okay, but he's not around right now, and I need your help, so can you help us?
Metroplex heeds the call of the last prime.
And I admire your loyalty, but really, I need your help. Can you please help me?
Metroplex heeds the call.
Heeds the call of the last prime. Okay, fine, whatever. I can't deal with this right now.